Welcome
Never.
back to Net Six and Chill, where we give you bad opinions and horrible stats. Along,
Shout out to
along.
Hassan Stat Guy.
Hey, you're a guy too, man. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, honestly,
Don't worry about
that's
it.
just me.
Let's start by introducing our panel of so-called experts in quotation marks.
Ah,
Hassan on my right-hand side. What are you wearing today, boss?
oh, this is one of the anniversary kits where they combined all the kits for Barca for like 125 years. It's
Yeah.
actually
Did,
pretty cool.
did they combine all the footballs they played over the years, or they still play shit
Nah,
football that
they,
year?
Wait. It doesn't include enough, yellow and black jerseys for the referees association for
no,
the
no,
for the 2010s.
that's in the badge.
Oh, that's in the
Ah,
badge. Okay.
Yeah,
nice, nice. Okay, what you got going on there?
I got I think it's a 2021 or 21-22 Bayern Munich Oktoberfest. It's got a little green,
Ooh,
so
nice.
represented the Germans today.
We do know
yeah.
Germans are associated with Oktoberfest like Americans are associated with hot dogs.
McDonald's is also a good one. So
Yeah, nice. That's nice because like green, right? It's like a deep
yeah,
green.
it's like a dark shade of green.
It looks
Nice.
black.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, off camera. I don't know if maybe if I turn the lighting, you can see it's green.
It's like the
Yeah, I
blind
kind of
leading.
see it.
Yeah.
Hassan's like the blind leading the blind. Oh, it's black.
Colorblind, dumb. I mean, what else are you gonna add
Hey,
to the
don't
list?
worry. We'll find
And
out later.
myself, I got our favorite team from Northern Italy, the team that
Oh,
disappointed us massively this year.
Bergamo,
Yeah, how I miss Bergamo.
Adamola!
Lookman.
Lookman.
There
No,
we
was it
go.
Charles?
Oh, what was Hassan doing? Oh,
Decata,
CDK.
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 What happened to what's his face? Rafael Toloy with that red card though.
Oh,
He didn't get chanted.
Nah,
he
that's
got
embarrassing.
spanked.
Yeah, honestly, he should be kicked out of Atalanta for that.
Yeah. Let's
Maybe he
dive into
is.
the main event in Paris. That was
What a
interesting to
shit
say the
show.
least.
I know crime was up in Paris, but didn't expect to see a robbery recorded like that.
I mean,
Honestly.
they got robbed blind. I don't know what that was. That was what
It's what this Liverpool performance reminds me of?
yeah.
Like the last couple of years of Real Madrid playing against Man City, getting away with absolute murder and still winning the game.
And there,
Literally the picture that I had was getting absolutely screwed over,
Yeah. I
and
mean, look
then somehow
look at
coming
the
out on the other
numbers.
side.
27 shots against 2, 10 against 1 on target. 693 pass completed to Liverpool's
Yeah, I
295.
mean, listen, I
I
don't
mean,
remember the last time Liverpool actually like significantly lost the possession battle. They did not even hold the ball. This was just all. This is like Barcelona Celtic type shit.
they got dogged. They got dogged.
well,
I mean, and
other,
even then, the Quadra goal got chopped. I mean, that was
yeah,
tight.
Oh, that was a beauty.
it was just
Honestly,
fucking
what was it like? His heel offside? Some stupid
Yeah, like
heel
literally, it
offside?
was like like his Achilles was offside.
yeah,
Yeah,
Achilles heel.
There we
cut
go.
off, cut off his Achilles. Honestly, like
Oh
that's
well, actually, speaking of that game, the Konate tackle, red guys, or what do you
oh,
guys think?
absolutely. I don't,
Absolutely red.
You know
another
what's funny?
Got away
robbery.
with them.
Yeah,
Somebody clipped this up last year when PSG played Barcelona. Ronald Araujo did literally an almost identical tackle out right on the edge of the box to Barcola, and he got sent off.
I
But
mean,
but
Well,
literally same exact tackle, push, shove in the back of in the back of Barcola, nothing.
should we talk about refereeing again?
come
Is that
on.
what it's gonna come down to?
So you tell me
I mean,
Liverpool
no,
bought the
listen.
refs?
This wasn't particular refereeing. This was a good defensive performance by Liverpool. I mean, Allison had a
Come on, talk about the
Was it
red
good
card.
defense?
The red card.
It wasn't a good defensive performance by Liverpool. It was a good performance by Allison.
oh,
Yeah.
it was.
Let's get it straight.
That's true. I mean, this man could save mortgages, marriages, the Titanic. I mean, if you name it, he
My
can save
man
it.
made saves. Man of the match easily.
It
Like, listen,
was
if your company's facing bankruptcy, you hire Allison. This man will save your company.
Well, I mean, if sure. I mean, there's another candidate for that, but
Oh yeah, we'll get to that. But honestly, I think it should have been a red on Kanate. I mean, PSG, I think obviously deserved more. But then again, listen, this is the game of football. If you don't score, the other team can.
Yeah, I'm looking at the refereeing team right now. It's Italian. I know the Italians hate French, so maybe that has something to do with it.
I mean,
But
the Italians hate everybody.
The other thing
They
I will
hate
say
the
is, we always kind of talk shit about Darwin Nunez and all, but honestly, he came on, he made a difference.
did he?
I was surprised they took Salah off. To be honest,
Yeah, that was. But then
to be
again,
fair, he
dude,
did.
he was so quiet. Like I think Salah did not have even didn't even come close to contributing.
So I got a question for you guys. How does Paris go to Anfield and pull this tie off?
Uh,
Honestly,
you,
but go ahead, son. What do you think?
I was gonna say you could keep doing the things you did in the first game. It's not like they played bad. It's just the ball didn't go in the goal.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
only thing that they took good chances. They made good plays. It's just they couldn't finish. I think they should
honestly,
continue doing the same thing and keep banging them.
yeah,
See,
I, mean, I think Hassan's spot on. Honestly, take the same game plan. Take the game to Liverpool. Don't give them chance. You know that you can control the game. Obviously, you're away from home, but honestly, I don't think that home advantage really makes that much of a difference if you're a good team.
Yeah.
Like go
especially there's no
think about
rhythm.
Barcelona, 10, 15 years ago. I don't care if they could be playing in the cow pasture, in the Camp Nou, in Bernabeu. It doesn't matter. They're doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I
No,
think
but
PSG, they can do the same thing, go and boss Liverpool. But now that
what
they're
about
a
the
goal
top end?
down, it is going
What
to be
about the
hard.
top
Liverpool
end,
doesn't give
man?
up a lot of goals.
I mean, I think there's one thing they could do. It's Marquinhos shifting, out left for a couple of minutes, having one missed time challenge, taking one guy off the field, and we start there. I hope you know who I'm talking about, but reminiscing of
No,
the
no,
20 was it
do
2018 Champions League final?
do
Oh,
extrapolate. He's gotta pull his arm. Pull his arm.
I mean, like in all seriousness, though, you take Salah out of the game, that's half the team. So if
But
they
to be
could,
fair,
if
Salah didn't do
it's half
shit.
their firepower. I would
yeah,
agree.
if you can neutralize Salah, and like you said, they play what they play, and they play really well, because that's their only Liverpool going forward. You take away Salah, there's no offense. We already
Yeah.
know their defense is terrible, but going forward, Salah's like you said, half their firepower. You take away
You know,
Salah, who's finishing chances? Darwin Nunez, not in the fucking
yeah.
million years.
You
Yeah,
know,
maybe.
one of the biggest telling things, and I think we can wrap up for the game, but that chance with I think it was Dembele and Barcola when they two or three attempts at goal
Yeah.
successively, and they just couldn't put it in.
Allison made the save.
Allison, and then Barcola skied it at the end. I mean, after when I saw that, I'm like, yeah, this looks like one of those games.
I mean, could it be that these guys are still young and they just they
I mean, yeah,
couldn't
dude, PSG is
lack of
actually a hella young
experience?
team.
Had lack of experience. It comes down to.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I really hope PSG don't just fold in front of the Anfield atmosphere. I know some teams get intimidated by that. Speaking of Barca, they've been to Anfield before.
No, listen.
absolutely crumble.
I will take this to my grave. In the first game, Ousmane Dembele had a chance to make it 4-0.
Don't
Yeah.
blame
He
Dembele
tapped
on
it
your
to
crumbling.
He tapped it to Allison, and I swear to God, if I was in the match, if I was in the stadium that day, I would have ran onto the field, chopped his
Whoa,
leg
yeah,
off.
okay, cut this part.
So what's the excuse for the second leg then?
We would have had 4 goals. We would have been
No,
up.
no,
It's
no.
just a completely
That's not
different
an excuse.
mindset.
Yeah, but you guys literally scored nothing. You guys basically didn't create anything. So, okay, anyways, not that champ. Maybe in a special, a special
Anyways.
episode, we'll talk about that.
Actually,
Anyways,
it's a nice segue because they want to move on to Barca's game in Portugal, and that was another. I don't want to say daylight robbery. It was close to that
no.
though.
Listen, that was another goalkeeping performance by
I
one
mean,
and only.
I will say though, whatever Chesney had before the game, I hope the coach
No.
walked into the locker room and said, "Whatever you're
You know,
smoking, keep smoking."
it all started when the Benfica fans lit up the fireworks.
Listen,
So
they literally put Chesney in his natural environment, a smoke-filled place.
He was right behind him too.
He
Literally,
felt like
they
he
just
was
lit up
back
the
in Poland.
fireworks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I
No,
mean, to
but
be fair,
no. I was gonna say listen, the Barcelona game. I mean, it's a contender for best goalkeeping performance, and but to be fair, I wouldn't say that Benfica definitely I think disappointed a little bit. They
had
didn't play
chances.
like they played the first one.
But they had their opportunities, and I
To
mean,
be fair, they
Chesney
had
stood on his
3
head.
chances in the
Yeah, they had
first 5
chances.
minutes. They had
Yeah.
3 chances in the first 5. They could have put them away, and listen, they couldn't score.
Let me
Yeah.
ask you this: who was more heroic this week, Allison or Chesney?
I mean, I think it's both. It's both.
I mean,
can't
listen.
put one
If you
past.
made me pick one, I would say Allison and Alex for two reasons.
Okay.
First of all, even with 10 men, Barcelona actually still had a good balance with Benfica. It was still kind of a little bit of a back and forth. And you could have given Chesney even if they conceded, it's like, all right, you're playing with 10 men.
Yeah.
But Liverpool was literally playing in their own box for 85 minutes.
They are.
And
They are.
PSG just kept putting shot after shot after shot. There was no reprieve. It's not like, oh, your team now takes the ball, goes up. You have a little bit of, a moment to, recompose yourself. No, you're just getting pummeled by shots.
Liverpool got
So,
dogged.
yeah, I would say Allison. But Chesney, man,
Chesney held
some of
his
those
own.
saves.
So, I think for this game, this is Benfica's chance because honestly, I don't see him going to Camp Nou and pulling anything off. I think
No.
it's done at this point. It's, I
I
mean,
listen, anything can happen, but
Anything could happen. I think the red card by a young guy. I think it was inexperienced with Pau Kubarsi. Very inexperienced.
honestly, this is the thing,
Like,
though. Maybe it's a question for the panel. In that situation, do you try to make the tackle and hope that you don't get sent off, or do you just be like, hey, you know what? If they score, they score. Let them go 1-on-1 with the keeper,
But
and then
like-
we always have the firepower to come back.
Think about it. It's too early in the game. It was way too early
That's
in the
what I
game
would.
to
That's
make
what
a
I would
tackle.
say. Like, if you're really risking that tackle, like it has to be a perfect tackle. You're behind the player. It has
just
to
takes
be.
him out.
Yeah, and you saw like he doesn't get into the ball, just cuts the guy down. So
Also, on the
Yeah.
other side, the goal that Rafinha scored, it was off a mistake by Benfica. It's not like Barca
Right,
created that
right,
chance.
yeah.
The goalkeeper gives the
Yo,
ball,
but
and
that
Rafinha,
was a beauty of a shot though. Like
yeah,
bottom
it's still
corner.
off a mistake. It's
Well,
still
Yeah.
off a mistake.
that's kind of the point. If you take away that mistake, Barca didn't really get that many chances that game.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Again, but they were playing with 11 men. That's the difference. If he's not sent off and they're down 1-0, you're still playing with 11 men, and I would put a lot of money on Barca scoring a couple goals. But if you're playing with 10 men, obviously you're not going to be as creative up top because you are having to defend.
They
Yeah.
did play a lot conservatively after the red card, and honestly, it was Benfica just handed them the fucking goal, and then they just sat back again. Well, yeah, we'll just go home, we'll regroup, and we'll bang him then.
I will say though, I think we jinxed this game saying it was gonna be a freaking showdown, 5-5, 6-6. Ended up being a freaking.
It could have been. It could have been.
PSG game as well.
Yeah, exactly. So that was a little
It's like
disappointing.
the most anticipated matchup, or the two at least that we're saying, oh, we're gonna have a bunch of goals. We're in the 1-0ers.
This is
What
where I
about
was yeah, I was gonna
the
say
next
this is
bit?
where you come in with some wild reference about breaking the bed and save the day.
Not yet, not yet.
Not yet.
Let's segue into the third most anticipated game,
The
Madrid
Bernabeu.
Derby.
Yeah, that was
What do you guys
honestly
think about
like.
that?
I think in terms of the big games this week, that one delivered the most in terms of competitiveness, good goals.
Mhm.
I mean, every single goal in that game was freaking phenomenal. Rodrigo cutting inside, that Alvarez
Julian Alvarez.
goal, and even the
Well-
Brahim Diaz goal was freaking fantastic.
Can I say? Well, I
Yeah.
think the guy's name is. I think whoever's playing right back was it left back. I think no right back. Javi Galan. Come on,
Yeah.
man. It's the beginning of the game. You cannot get beaten by that pass.
Yeah, dude, he got
Yeah.
torched.
I'm sorry. That pass.
Yeah.
Okay, it was a great pass by Fede,
Yeah,
and it's still like 2-3 minutes of the game. You got your legs. Come on, man. You got to run. You got to get the ball. Don't get the ball. Take the guy out. But he lets both through. You
Yeah.
can't let that happen. And in a Simeone team and playing like that, and I think that's
True.
that's the position they've been suffering all
Oh,
year.
I don't know, but even then, even with Rodrigo like taking him out, there's still so much left to do. Even cutting in, and that shot outside the box, like even then, you kind of expect Oblak to at least try to save. I don't know.
I mean, it was Robin-esque. You know what he's gonna
Well,
do.
yeah. You know what he's gonna do. You just can't stop it.
Can't stop it.
I will say though, sorry, Edgar, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No. I mean, I was just gonna echo some points that Asami. It's literally the left back. I think he let them down, but to be fair, after that, it was one of the more back and forth games
It was.
of the weekend.
I gotta say though, for a Simeone team, this is probably the worst defense I've seen by Atletico in years. I don't know what's
Yeah.
going on, but they're not playing like a typical Atletico team. Which, again, for entertainment value for us fans, is better to see him not play like a typical Atletico team. But if Simeone wants to win things this year, he's got to tighten up at the back.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say 5-6 years ago, that pass to Rodrigo doesn't happen.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
Rodrigo doesn't get through. Like that's just how it is.
Yeah,
You want to tell that to Cristiano Ronaldo?
He
5-6
went
years
to
ago,
Juve.
you want to tell that to Cristiano
He
Ronaldo,
already went to Juve at
Bale,
that point.
Benzema,
the BBC.
yeah, BBC.
Those were days. All you need is a
Well,
BBC.
what about the goal by Alvarez, guys? Like off a
Oh,
corner, the
oh,
bender, and that
oh.
kind of made the game 1-1, and it balanced it out before Brahim Diaz scored. And
And
yeah,
honestly, that Brahim Diaz, I mean, he sat Jimenez down.
Yeah.
Honestly, I know. It's like Madrid never. This is my problem with Madrid. They never look great, but they
threatening.
always perform. It's like
Yeah.
they don't like the eye test isn't there. Like visually, it's like I don't see Madrid as that being that great. But then they pull like a fucking pass out the bag, cut through half the defense, or score a banger. You're like, how the hell did this happen?
Nah, you need to go back to the eye doctor. You can't
Uh,
see.
I mean,
what
it's
kind of
true,
eye
but-
test you need?
I do want to go back to Alvarez's point. I think Pep, you know how they always say Pep made a mistake by selling Cole Palmer to Chelsea. No, I think that wasn't a mistake. The mistake was letting Julian Alvarez go to Atletico. He has so much value, and honestly, like
Sure.
Man City, they're lacking firepower up top too. So if they had Julian Alvarez today with Holland sucking dick half the time, I think this guy would have been freaking fantastic for that team. And
I mean, they try to replace him with like this Marmoush guy. So it's like similar profile.
he's
but
good, but I think
he's still
Alvarez
new.
different. He offers something different.
Also,
Marmoush is more of a playmaker, though. That's the thing.
Also, Marmoush is still fresh. He hasn't gelled with the team.
That's true.
Alvaro's been there for a year and a half. He had a bit of more chemistry.
Again, listen, if we're going to talk Man City, I think Man City's problem is no service.
How about we don't talk about Man City?
Yeah, let's not
Fuck
talk about.
off.
Yeah, honestly, they're not a part of this Champions League. Pep is just losing in the Premier League too. Whatever.
I heard Gyökeres is coming to Man United.
I mean, listen, if this man really wants to end his footballing career,
I'm just joking.
welcome aboard.
Anyways, going back to Madrid.
Ruben is like, if I go down, you go down.
Yeah. So second leg, any shot for Atletico, or is this
I
one
think
done?
it could go either way, but again, I think we mentioned before Madrid at home. Oh, are they playing away or no?
No. So it's going to be at the Metropolitano.
I mean, it's still Madrid. Madrid is again.
Listen, I think Madrid has
Atletico.
Atletico's number. That's literally it. I think
can't bet
they know how to
against
play against them. I'm not saying they win all the time, but
In the
win
in
Champions
most
League,
matchups,
in the
I'm-
Champions League, they do.
No, they win the games that matter. That's what they do.
I was gonna say,
yeah, honestly, yes. I know they lose sometimes to them in the in the La Liga where they do it like they tie, but
The
if it's
Super
Champions
Copa.
League,
yeah.
it's
They lose
Madrid.
the preseason tournament in Saudi Arabia to them. Super-
I was gonna say I've never seen Real lose to Atletico in the Champions League. I don't think that's ever happened.
yeah,
No,
Yeah.
pretty much.
I mean
It's just-
even if Atletico manages to I really don't think that Atletico's gonna win.
Bro,
I think Madrid is just gonna pull something out the bag, tie the game, and it's gonna be it.
it could be some wild ass shit where Madrid could have all their backline sent off. I mean, Real Madrid, and Atletico's still not gonna win that game.
You know what? Because the ref is gonna start making slide tackles for Madrid.
It's gonna be like some fucking black magic shit. There.
Yo, somebody got to do it.
All right. Well,
Anyways,
yeah, I think that's it for big games, right?
I mean,
now we're on to mediocre teams.
I mean, Bayern against Leverkusen, that was freaking horrible. Oh my
Yo.
We kind of expected that, though. We
Just so-
expected that.
yeah, honestly, Leverkusen disappointed so much.
Jesus.
Are you surprised? Are you surprised? We've been saying it all season.
I mean, considering it's Bayern Munich, yeah, I am surprised.
Well, Bayern has their number, so
Not recent, at least not recently. But
Well,
okay,
I think-
anyways, I don't know. I think there's something off about
Well,
how Leverkusen's playing
I'm
right
just
now,
saying,
and
giving up 2 penalties in a game isn't really going to help your cause, is it now?
yeah. Also, what didn't make sense to me? Frimpong was playing striker half the time. Like, what are you doing?
Plan A.
Like,
Well,
no, plan A, there you go.
No, but and we had that game a few weeks ago. We talked about what it was in the Bundesliga, Leverkusen playing home to Bayern, and it was
Oh, there was a 0-0.
Yeah, and we're like, oh, Leverkusen's gonna smack this team, and this was the exact opposite of that. Leverkusen got smacked.
Again,
Yeah,
like it's one of
honestly,
those
like
things.
besides that, like one chance where Frimpong went 1-on-1 with Neuer, and Neuer
Yeah.
just kind of just brushed off a little bit.
That's
Other than
it.
that, I think honestly Leverkusen didn't have anything, and then of course the red card didn't help either.
Well, whose
Yeah.
fault is that?
But to be fair, by that time it was
Mukiele.
already 2-0, so I don't think the game was going to change at that point.
Yeah, but listen, 2-0 is better than going down 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm just saying, like, it could have been a lot worse, is what I'm
Could have
trying
been
to
a lot
say.
worse.
Again, you
Yeah.
never know. Next game, Plan A might work, and they scored 4.
They're going to have to try Plan A a lot harder than that.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. It just something, and again, it's the same thing. I'm gonna say, Madrid and Bayern, they don't look very good. It doesn't seem like they're doing
Again,
anything that great. Like even
they didn't pass
the
the
first
icon.
goal where Kane actually had a good header. I mean,
Yeah.
they just literally played the ball to the side, crossed the ball in, and like it doesn't look. It's not good football.
Again, Edgar, it doesn't have to be that complicated. You got a
Doesn't.
big man up top. Give him the fucking ball. Let's see what he
Yeah, that's true.
does.
It's true though. Sometimes don't overcomplicate it.
They're winning the Bundesliga. They may as well be done in this tie. So the company maybe got it back on the tracks.
Also, I mean, just as we're recording, Bayern did lose to Bochum, but Leverkusen also dropped their pants and lost 2-0 to, was it, Werder Bremen, I think?
It was
They
Bremen.
lost.
I think at the same time, Dortmund lost at home to Augsburg, so I think it was just one of those weekends in Bundesliga.
Exact. So, I mean, honestly, with the way Leverkusen's going, I think at this point it's bye-bye. I don't think they're going to come back and beat Bayern by 4+.
Bro, I was looking at it. It looks like Mainz might be in the Champions League next year. Like that. Bundesliga is just wild. It's just one of those leagues. Like you never know what's gonna happen.
Flip the switch. Half the teams are in, half the teams are out.
Yeah, it's like every year you have some new rice farmer team playing the Champions League. Like
And then
one day they were doing plumbing at their neighbor's house. Next day they're playing at the Bernabeu. That's what
It's like, Stuttgart comes in, gets knocked out. Next season's Frankfurt comes in, gets knocked out.
yeah, not even.
Well,
They
there you
might
go.
have some random team from like freaking some
coal mine, fucking
some
coal miner
yeah.
town.
Honestly, no, but yeah, I think this one's done. I don't think there's any coming back for Leverkusen. It's done.
I don't think so. It'll have to be a fucking collapse by Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
Well, it's
I mean, it's not impossible, but I think Bayern knows how to manage
considering
the
the
game.
fact that Leverkusen only has Plan A. I don't know, but they're gonna collapse.
Unless the Bayern's executive box doesn't show up, maybe then they'll have a chance.
Maybe we'll see.
I mean, out of all the games, there's only one game, and we'll mention this very quickly, that is going through to the next round already. They could pack their,
Don't mention
I
it.
don't want to mention them.
Well, we are going to mention it just for the sake of, a complete podcast.
I really want them to play a good team so they could get banged so I can be satisfied.
Well, they're playing. Well, basically, they're going to play Real Madrid next. So
I genuinely can't. I can't wait until they play a fucking team like Madrid, Barca, somebody that's gonna give it to them good.
You mean someone's gonna give us AFTV content?
No, Hassan, I think what you're looking for, there's a website for that.
Nah, I just want to be able to. I hate these Arsenal fans are some of the most annoying people on this fucking planet. You don't win a fucking trophy for the last 10 years, but somehow you're the best team in the fucking country.
Yo, watch your mouth. They won the FA Cup like 5 years ago.
Oh, so does United.
Oh, Hassan's having a boiling point. Carry on.
I mean, in terms of annoying fans, I think it's like Real Madrid, Arsenal.
No, that's
Barcelona.
By a country mile. It's not even close. It's not even close. I don't mind Madrid fans because they actually win stuff. Arsenal fans on a different fucking
What
planet.
did you win in the last 20 years?
Yeah.
2 FA Cups with Arsene Wenger?
You know what? Yeah, so I think it's like United fans too, fucking up there.
I mean, I haven't met a United fan since like 2013.
Oh yeah, still supporting Man City now.
Yeah, they switched to the other side of town.
Hassan's arguing with the stats guy.
The commercial break for him. But I want to mention, since we're talking about other games, Inter Feyenoord, and we said it was going to be comfortable, but I think for this Inter team, they're a sleeper. Honestly, though people don't talk about them. Actually, I watched them in Serie A yesterday against I think it was Monza, and I know Monza's bottom of the table, but they remind me of like a late 2000s Man United where they'll be down in so many games, but they never lose those games, and that's what Inter looks like. They just find a way every time. I'll be scared to play this team, honestly, man.
No, Inter's definitely good.
Yeah, and I think they're playing one of the German teams next, Bayern or Leverkusen, so pretty much Bayern. And I think
Uh,
if I'm Bayern,
yeah,
count
if I'm
myself
betting
in.
money, I'd put money on Inter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think,
And
Hassan?
realistically, I think you know what's funny? Inter is more like the dark horse of this champion. Nobody's really talking about them.
Exactly.
Listen,
Yeah.
I think I mentioned this before. They have a good defense. They have Martinez picking up form, and then when Thuram comes off the bench, they're good. Nicola Barella in the midfield and Zelensky with him. They just have a really good team balance to where they can shut out teams and they can
Wait,
score goals.
you said Zelensky, the Ukrainian president's playing for them?
Nah,
No, no,
yeah,
Zelensky.
Zelensky. The
Zelensky. He's
oh
Wait,
yeah,
he's from
Zelensky's
Poland.
doing a tour in Poland. Yeah.
Was
He's
it that bad? He had
Polish.
to sign for Inter, raising money that way.
No, the guy who used to play for Napoli is Zelensky.
Oh, the Polish.
Zelensky,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Well,
I
he
was
couldn't get any money from Trump, so got to go somewhere.
You got to get money from the Inter Milan Champions League.
new funding opportunities.
Listen,
No, but
what yo,
Hey,
what
yeah. Listen,
Inzaghi?
man, $20 is $20.
Listen, what Inzaghi has done with this team is quite remarkable. Again,
yeah,
they have a good balance and they're kind of getting the good results and
Yeah.
it's
and
just
honestly,
they're a team that's really hard to beat because
Yeah.
listen,
like you
they're
said, Hassan,
top of Serie A. They're top of Serie A. They beat I think AC Milan for the Super Coppa Italia or whatever.
no, they lost to me. They actually
Oh, they
lost.
lost
They,
to
Yeah.
they,
them.
they actually they lost. Yes.
Sorry, sorry,
Yo,
wrong
the
Milan,
guy living in Italy doesn't know what the fuck is happening.
wrong Inter, wrong Milan. But still,
Wrong
they're
Inter.
playing.
Yeah.
It's
No, but
they're doing. I mean, like their biggest test recently that I've seen was the game against Napoli. But even I know they kind of got edged out by Napoli, but still they tied. They took a point, and that's kind of what this team. This team has this ability to just grind out results.
They're gritty.
Yeah.
They're gritty
It's
team.
It's gritty. It's gritty.
no, I mean, it's honestly, I'm looking at the side of the bracket. So if they get past Bayern, then they play the toughest team they play on their way to the final is maybe
Barca.
Barca, and they could beat
Oh,
Barca.
we'll get to the bracket predictions
No,
later.
I'm saying they could beat
We'll get
Barca.
there later.
If you look at the other side, there's the Madrid teams, there's Liverpool, Paris. So like honestly, I think Inter has a good path to the final.
Yeah. And honestly, like even against Barcelona, I wouldn't put
I mean,
I wouldn't
they
put
gotta
it
go
beyond
through.
Inter too.
The way
They
Barca
gotta go through.
defend,
No, they gotta go through Bayern first, and then it could potentially be Bayern,
But
Barca, or
you saying
I don't know.
Bayern's
Like
gonna?
if you're telling me Bayern Inter, I'm picking Inter all day. I don't. Again,
it
I
looks
have
like that
no
way.
faith in company and the German Burnley.
You telling me Bayern with their high line playing against the wingbacks of Inter gonna have any opportunity?
Well, we have to see. We have to find out.
I don't know, unless like they switch into a different gear. I don't know, man. Really don't see
Do they
that.
have a different gear?
Yeah, unless Vincent Company actually finds a plan.
Yo, Hassan, what needs to happen for Bayern to start playing? Tell us.
This is what has happened. A man from the executive box,
Who's that man?
Karl Heinz. Karl Heinz has
Karl
to make
Heinz.
some.
Okay.
He has to make some calls.
Yeah.
And,
Who's he calling?
It's gonna what's it get Oliver Kahn, all the good boys.
Yeah, we're getting the band back together.
Oh my god.
Anyways, I think we didn't mention two games: Dortmund, Lille, and Bruges, Aston Villa. Anything you guys want to talk about those two?
I think Villa played pretty good. Again, Club Brugge is one of those teams that I think
Bruges, honestly, watching that game. Bruges played very well. I think they just
Villa got
really
lucky.
they fucked up at the end. It was an own goal and then they gave away 2 goals. Honestly, I don't think Bruges deserved the result.
well, they were down early and they came back, and the game was pretty balanced until again, like Edgar said, they fucked up essentially.
I think Bruges got a little bit of karma for that first Atalanta game because that penalty they conceded was pretty soft. But you know what happened against
So-
Atalanta, so
So, are you saying the refs are making a comeback?
no,
they're-
listen, I'm not saying there are any officials implicated here, but I'm definitely saying they got the check in the
Better
mail.
end of the deal.
Yeah, they got a check in the mail. The check is cleared. No, I mean, I think I agree with Edgar. Bruce played well. They just got unlucky at the end. 2 stupid goals, like the own goal and, like I said, the penalty that wasn't really a penalty. But I think
Yeah.
this one's done now. I don't see any comeback from Bruges.
I mean,
Villa-
Bruges is gonna be playing away from home too. They're gonna be playing in Birmingham, so Yeah,
Bro,
I mean,
We
the
all
I
know
doubt
how
it.
we all know how those Birmingham nights are.
I was
Oh
gonna,
yeah,
the only
it got
way,
rained. It's raining horizontally. It's windy.
the only way Bruges lose to Villa is if they go the night before the game to the Greek parlor at 3 a.m.
And they go to the second floor.
Yeah,
Oh
that's the
yeah.
only way. The only way they're gonna lose. Like if they don't go to that place before the game, they have no chance. But um, we'll see what happens. I think for Dortmund Lille, that one's pretty even, but I still see Lille going through a second leg at home in France, and Dortmund. I don't know what the fuck they're playing these days.
Dortmund is. I have never seen a team, at least in recent memory, that's so inconsistent like Dortmund. It's like one game they're on it, second game they're losing to like a no-name team. Third game, Guirassy scores 5 goals. The next game they get battered. I don't get it. I have
Yeah.
literally no way of quantifying Dortmund's performances.
I think they're just vibes. You can't
They're
quantify vibes.
they're the definition of like what are vibes, just whatever happens on
Vibes.
that day.
Yeah,
So it is.
nah, I mean,
I think I did expect more from Lille. Considering that they had such a good year, and they have solid enough team to put a team like Dortmund like against them. Lille could have played better. They could have scored more goals.
you know what's weird? It's always a team like Lille who perform really well in the group stage, but then they go to the playoffs and start grinding results. And honestly, the second leg is gonna be a 1 goal game. It's not gonna be fun.
But
to
yeah,
I could
watch.
see
It's
that.
gonna be
I could see that.
It's gonna be so sweaty. It's gonna be like playing FIFA with Hassan. You need like 15 towels just to fucking get through 10 minutes of a game. It's gonna be sitting there like sweating balls. Like
oh
Yeah, you want to
yeah,
sweat balls?
I'm just saying,
yeah.
I played FIFA against you before, and I wouldn't want to go through it again
I wonder why.
because you're sweaty fuck.
Honestly, that is true though. Playing against Hassan is definitely annoying. But then again, you didn't play him. You didn't play against him in the more recent FIFA, so he dropped off.
Oh really?
Yeah, I actually quit FIFA
Started
altogether.
gaming like a boomer.
Maybe I should get back into it then.
I actually quit video gaming altogether.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Just for our audience, playing Hassan in FIFA. What was it?
Well, you no like FIFA 21, 22. Yeah, those are
Yeah, like
terrible. It's like I'd rather literally grind my teeth with the file.
I was gonna say, it's like going to the dentist. You're getting drilled.
I know it's fucking painful, man.
Well, you grew out of it eventually.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I mean, yeah. Then I just started smacking you sideways, but
Well, we don't need to get into that.
Oh my god.
don't worry
Anyway,
about it.
I think that wraps up our episode today.
I mean, just for the justice sake, I know we didn't really mention, but kind of glossed through it. But Arsenal, PSV.
No, I don't
No,
want
no,
to
no, no.
talk about
I just want to say,
No,
not even Arsenal.
don't. I don't care.
No,
I
no,
don't
no.
know why
Listen,
we're doing this.
no,
I don't
no.
want to listen.
I'm actually very disappointed in PSV.
Yeah, that was
Like-
sad. That was really sad.
No, no, no. Like really, I expected so much more from PSV. It wasn't even Arsenal was good. It's PSV just fucking collapsed. Like the organization dropped. The back line was all over the place. Like what the fuck were they doing?
They spent that night in the Greek parlor in Birmingham before the
I was
game.
gonna say they took a trip to Amsterdam before coming to Arsenal.
That was, I mean, especially how they play against Juve in the last round. That was really
Yeah,
surprising.
dude, they play
Yeah.
well. I don't understand like this. But then again, I know PSV has been dropping form. They have dropped off in the league in the
I
Eredivisie.
just
So
hate the fact that they gave up that many goals and now everybody thinks Arsenal's a fucking shit. They're not.
listen,
They're really not.
Hassan, you understand? All they have to do. Any team that plays Arsenal can bend them. Who the hell plays Mikel Merino as a striker?
Arteta.
Exactly.
Exactly. And I'm telling you, it's just because PSV dropped their pants does not mean Arsenal's good. This was
No, I'm just saying there's delusional people out there that does think that. So I don't know.
Hassan, do you need a couple minutes for you to let it all out?
No, I was gonna say today.
no.
on the recording
This man
yesterday-
literally goes to every AFTV video and leaves that fucking angry rant.
He's one of those guys online.
a bunch of retarded people getting together for what? You guys are shit. Absolute dog shit. What have you won? Sure, you finished second, third, whatever. Did you win it? It only matters to me if you won a fucking trophy. That matters. Arteta's not good. Your team is not good. What difference does it make if you finish second or third? Oh, we're gonna get it next year. Yeah, in your fucking dreams.
On
And I
that
really
note,
hope, I genuinely hope they fucking play somebody good next
Well,
round.
they're playing either Atletico or Real Madrid. That's
And I
literally.
really hope they play Real, and they're really gonna see what's good.
Yeah, they're really gonna taste what an actual team plays like.
Honestly,
so you're saying
You know,
if
yeah. Yo,
if
you
they,
know what I want to see? I want to see
yeah,
Hassan's reaction if somehow in a parallel universe Arsenal beat Madrid or something.
Edgar,
The
not your
fucking
dream, man.
fume.
if
Where are
that
you
happens,
from?
I'm gonna jump off the roof.
I mean, if that happens, I think we end the podcast and never come
Yeah,
back to
there's
this.
no more recordings.
Yeah, close it out, bro. It was a good
Yeah.
run.
Sign out. It was a good
The
run,
foundation of my football knowledge is gonna crumble.
honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, they drew against United today.
They
United
got
shit.
they got lucky to draw against United too, because United had some good chances.
I'm telling you, this is what happens when you fucking play Mika Marino as a striker.
There you go. But
It's
that's my 2-minute rant.
honestly, we're gonna include more of those every episode, my man. That got me excited. No, that was awesome. I think we'll wrap up today, and hopefully nobody's throwing himself off a bridge next week. But we'll definitely be back with
No,
talking
it
about.
definitely won't be next week, but the next round, Hassan's
Yeah.
life is in danger.
All right, let's hope we don't have any robberies next week, but we'll find out what happens.
We'll find out. Maybe some Parisians are gonna do a little bit of crime in Liverpool.
I can see that happening.
I hope
Pull it
so.
out of the bag.
On
Maybe
that note,
we need another sighting of Napoleon. Take over Europe.
on that note,
Hassan, what was the most important event in the history of the world?
The French Revolution.
did you find that out after 50 liters of beer?
Chiquenta.
50 litri.
Hey,
All right,
that's
we'll be
that's the
back
kind of
next.
miracle Paris needs these days.
Well, as you know, Paris may need a miracle. I don't think we're saving Hassan at this point. So
No. Hassan needs more than a miracle.
we're gonna end it right here, and we'll be back next week with more
Please
Champions League.
subscribe, comment, tell us how we did.
That's
Ask
true, yeah.
questions.
Leave some questions. Maybe tell Hassan that he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about.
And
Please.
we'll get to it next time.
All right. On that
Absolutely.
note, keep Net 6 and chilling. See you all next week.
Take care.